Well, been a while since I made a video, so I thought I would jump on the camera today, now that I finally got it charged. Remember to plug the battery in. I thought I'd give you a couple of tips for some Acer equipment, as I seem to have a lot of Acer stuff these days. If you'll notice the older style Acer monitor, over here we have the Acer Jade Primo and the Acer W3. Sorry for the sound in the tripod. It's on a wooden floor with rubber feet, so I will try to be a little bit more gentle when I'm doing things. Anyways, so when you're using your Acer Jade Primo and you don't happen to have an HD monitor, let me get this repositioned here for you. Squeaky. As you'll notice, I have a VGA connection for the monitor, older style. Unfortunately, the Acer Jade Primo dock only comes with HDMI output. Well, that's where this comes in. It's a HDMI to, let's see, can we get this to focus? HDMI to VGA adapter. And what it does is it allows you to connect your Acer Jade Primo to an older style monitor. So I'll show you the connections here. Sorry about the noise. So it very simply plugs in, saying no signal, but there's the HDMI plug. And we will plug this into the dock. And as you'll notice, now all of a sudden the Acer monitor is working with the Acer Jade Primo. Wallpaper is quite the same. So let's now it is an HDMI to VGA, but it also has a 3.5 inch headphone jack style, which came with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. I have tried everything. I have tried powered units. This is a Philips. It's amplified. It doesn't seem to pick up any any sound from the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the HDMI. As you'll notice, I now have it plugged in. And we will turn this on. So it's now turned on. Oh, let's go to the alarms so we can get a sound. We'll go into sound. Select from my ringtones. Now it's not coming from this, it's coming from the actual phone itself, which is the speaker on the back. But if you plug this into the headphone jack, now it's coming from this. So you can use the headphone jack on the actual phone if you want to plug in speakers and use your HDMI. Or you can always use a Bluetooth speaker. But that is one way of using your Acer Jade Primo with an older style Acer monitor. Well, actually any monitor. What you'll happen to notice here, there's your start menu. %, battery, what time it is, the date, November 11th. Bluetooth is on, so we'll turn that off actually because I don't need it on right now. But what I'm going to do is give a second tip for the Acer Jade Primo. When it's not in continuum mode, that actually shares with the Acer W3. Actually, I should have started that up earlier. Let's take this out of the cradle. And we can turn the monitor off. What I was going to talk about is using a stylus, but not the old mush tip stylus. The fat fingertip-like stylus. What I'm talking about, let's get my hand behind here so you can see, is a very fine point what's called active stylus, which this is a battery powered stylus which comes with a USB magnetic mount charge control. Wow, I think the charge controlling is done in the inside of the pen, but plug it into your USB for a bit, it charges up. It is a Bluetooth pen, but unfortunately Windows doesn't have support of a Donut. They haven't built any drivers. The Donut does have a Donut stylus for Windows, but that requires an N-trig layer on your screen, so it won't work with just, let's say, an Acer W3 or the Acer Jade Primo. So we will open up Squid. It's a fairly good free program to start with. Oh, first time I've run it on this one. Papyrus is now Squid. Okay, so we'll dismiss that. This is hard to do looking through the viewer. Oop, go back. and I don't have the best handwriting to begin with. But you'll notice it works. Now, that's the tablet, Acer W3, which was never designed to have a pen used on it, but it works perfectly. Where's my Edge browser? And as you know, Edge, is my Wi-Fi connected? I think it is. Yes, it is. Pardon me. Come on, Bing. Why aren't you loading up? It's not happy with Windows 10, let's put it that way. This new version, the Fall Creators Update. YouTube.com, that should be better. There we go. Hopefully it'll load up now. Alrighty, I'm not signed in or anything, but this is just to show the inking. So we'll say we will use color black. And within Edge, here's the inking. So as you can see, it works. Now I could save that if I wanted. Let's say I wanted to highlight it. And share it with someone. You have those options up here. I don't want to save the changes. But can the same be done with the Acer Jade Primo? Does a stylus work with it? Well, let's open up our... Well, we'll go to Squid. That's the one I used on the W3. Okay. I should probably take that off the stand. So we'll start with a new page. And see if we can't get in closer here. So you'll see I have it set for lined. And my handwriting is atrocious. And it doesn't help that I'm reaching forward around the camera. So it does work. Now, let's say you wanted to annotate a web page, much like you do in Edge on the tablet. As you know, Bing itself doesn't give you the option to ink. There's no inking options here in mobile. So, how do we annotate a web page to send in an email? Well, that's very simple. We take a screenshot. Oop, that's the volume. Sorry, I'm reaching around the camera here with both hands. So you take the screenshot, which is pressing the up button and the power button at the same time. So you now have the screenshot saved in your photos. So we'll just simply exit out of Microsoft Edge, and we will open, let's say, Notebook Pro, which, by the way, all the apps I use are free. So we're going to go open, and we're going to go menu, settings, sorry, I want to clear the page here. Yeah, clear the page, yes. And I'm going to import there's print, page setup, I believe, page type, choose a background image, so we'll go to SD card, pictures, screenshots, and we'll import the screenshot that we just took. So we now have this on the screen. And let's say we wanted to annotate. So we're going to get ourselves a pen. We want it to be full. Pick our size. Should actually pick our color too. We'll say white. Oop, sorry. I'm a little rusty. I hit the back button by mistake, so we'll take that down. And let's say we wanted to annotate and say make picture oh, that is horrible writing. As I said, guys, sorry, my handwriting is just atrocious. Make picture bigger. And we can change the color again if we want. Well, let's say pink. For underlining. Now, you would simply save that. So, export the page. Now, it gives you the choice of JPEG, bitmap, TIFF, GIF, a notebook page, or a PNG. So save it as a JPEG. What the size of the picture is. You can do maximum size, and then you would export it, and it'll save to, let's say, OneDrive. And we'll put it into mobile uploads. New file. Oh, there you go. So that's now saved to the cloud. But that's how you would use an active stylus in the mobile environment on the Acer Jade Primo. So I hope this finally clears a few of the misconceptions up that you can't ink in mobile.